So what does this place
and this place have in common? Find out later in tonight's show.
Coming up in episode 2, Newport's inaugural 26.2 mile marathon, Record Store Day, Rogerstone's Miss Wales, and Newport's award-winning charity.
We now go take a look at the latest news and trends of what's going on in the city of Newport. So with the royal wedding slowly approaching, we come to Friars Walk in Newport to ask members of the public what they think of the wedding. So ladies, how will you be celebrating the royal wedding?
At home with some friends. We've got a large bottle of cava to raise the glass to them. And we just want to wish Harry all the happiness in the world.
And you think it's quite an important occasion?
I do.
Yes.
I do, yeah, I do. I think the royal family is very... we couldn't do without them. There's many countries that want a royal family and we've got them.
Glyn and Rowan, now what are your opinions, Glyn and Rowan, on the royal wedding?
I've not been following it too much. I hear about it on the radio at the most. That's about it, really.
Quite indifferent, to be honest. I mean, he's second in line to the throne, but it's still a national event, I guess. But yeah, very much indifferent. I think most people only care if they get a day off. I think literally. Yeah. I think that was the case. That was the case of the last one.
Madam, what are your opinions on the royal wedding?
Wonderful. He's met his match and he's going to be happy. Looking forward to it. I'll be watching it from the time it begins to the time it ends.
Dan, what are your views on the royal wedding?
I don't really mind. It's a nice occasion. It's hard to say really. It's about it for both of them. It's a nice sort of festive for British nationality really. I think bringing everyone together would be quite nice actually. Yeah, I don't know much about it myself. I said for the royal family now and again, but I haven't really been following this much to be honest. But that's my own opinion. But,
okay. Madam, what are your opinions on the royal wedding?
Well, I love the royal wedding. I love Harry, and I'm glad that he's getting married to her. Honestly.
At 5:30 a.m. on the 30th of April, outside this club in Newport, a horrible incident occurred involving people with life-fatal injuries afterwards. There's been a petition that's being signed to close this road area off from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. We now go to talk to local residents and business owners affected in this area about the pressing matter that happened on that day.
But it's something that, we... over the time, with all these incidents that have happened all around the world, we work here and we've been worried about something like this happening. We've been asking the council time and time again to close this road during the evening.
Local business owner Iffy Harris explains how other cities have safety measures put in place.
Every city, wherever you go, if you go to Cardiff, if you go to Bristol, you go to Swansea, the main roads where people go out, those roads are closed during those nights. Why isn't it done here in Newport? I really don't understand. It is absolutely crazy.
What are your opinions on them closing down Cambrian Road due to the incident that happened?
Well, they ought to close it all together. You get too many idiots hanging around you late at night, they're all coming around you with cars, what have you, bikes, what have you, too many kids. They ought to close it down altogether. Put the bollards back up and they might be safe.
Well, I don't think it should be closed. I think it's open and it continues as it is now. That's the main thing. Everything's flowing now, and if there are any upheavals or one thing and the other, they could do it. But if it goes smoothly, why not let it go, carry on?
You don't know what to do up here. It's just ridiculous. Newport have had it. You go up to Cambrian, it's a tidy place up there. Clean, tidy, you get nobody out on the streets up there, begging, what have you. You sort Newport out once for all.
On the 29th of April, Newport played host to the Newport Wales 26.2 mile marathon. Thousands of people lined the streets. Carlton James was there to see the city's first annual event.
On Sunday, the 29th of April, this area was heaving with runners coming from all across the country to compete to be crowned the first winners of the Newport Marathon in 2018. Organised by the Newport City Council and Associated British Ports. What's your name?
Matthew Kennelly. I'm the Regional Director for ABP South Wales.
Fantastic. And Matthew, what's today in aid of?
Well, today is a fantastic opportunity for the city of Newport and South Wales in general. It's brilliant to see the level of support for this unique event, really, and the first time anything like this on this scale been hosted in this area. And for ABP, obviously we're a major part of the town of the South Wales region, and to tie up with this event has been a fantastic opportunity for us. We've got a whole load of our own staff running in the event, all raising money for different charities, and it's been just a fantastic experience, I think, for the town. And this is hopefully the first of many of these to come. Yeah.
Goes up.
Retired Olympic athlete Christian Malcolm was at the event, representing the Christian Malcolm Sports Academy. Say about Christian.
So today is about obviously the Newport Marathon. I think it's fantastic. We don't have many marathons up and down the country, so to have one in Newport is brilliant. It can only be great for a community.
Fantastic, awesome. What do you reckon? What's the training that people have been doing up until this point today?
The training will be tough, real tough. I'm a sprinter, totally opposite end of the scales, marathon and sprints. But I see a lot of the marathon runners when they train and what they do, they have to put in a lot of mileage and build up to that mileage as well. So it's not a case of I'm just going to go out and run 26 miles. They have to build up to that level, and it takes a lot of work and dedication.
The marathon offered a series of races aimed at all levels of skill, from the 26.2 full track to a 10-kilometre race.
And it was hard out there on my own. I was really working into the wind and just trying to hold Morgan off. I didn't know where he was, so I was just trying to run hard. And you come across, you can see the clock ticking down, the lead car's ticking down. I just think, okay, let's empty the tank now to see what I got left. And oh man, I'm really happy. It was a great run. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel coming back from the comments, because I felt a little bit flat the last week or so after landing, but I felt great out there today, really bouncy. So it's a great sign of where I'm at. I'm really happy.
How was it if you walked out there?
It was very good. The people came out, supported all of us.
Yeah.
Really nice. As well as that, the course is fantastic. It's flat, as a flat board. So really good, atmosphere good. Quite cold, got a bit of protection on, but can't complain. People came out, supported all of us. Very grateful.
Else has a lot to give. I'm a Newport boy, and I've always said Newport has a lot to give. We've had a couple of hard times in recent years, but Newport's always been a special place. I always remember it growing up. A lot of people used to come in, and not just for the nightlife, but obviously for the town as well. The town is starting to pick up a little bit now, but the people are still the same. We've got great people here in Newport who are enthusiastic, and I think it's just a case of us just being able to have special events like this to, I guess, reignite the happiness we have in Newport. So hopefully this will grow.
There are things we need to sort out, the high street and the market and maybe the parking issues. But other than that, I think Newport's got a bright future, and it's a great place to live, work and to do business.
Newport Riverfront Arts Centre was the stage for the 2018 Miss Wales competition. The show, which started in the 1950s, has grown in popularity. Around 1,000 females, narrowed down to just 32, battle for the chance to appear in Miss World. Carlton James reports.
Rogerstone's Bethany Harris was crowned winner of the pageant in April, right here at the Riverfront. 20-year-old was one of 28 finalists in the running up to the esteemed title. So Bethany, how does it feel to be Miss Wales?
Very exciting, very overwhelming. The past 2 weeks, I've been busy, but it's been very exciting. I'm very happy as well. So.
And how long have you been, sort of leading up to being Miss Wales? How long does it take?
Well, I applied last April 2017. I got my interview in August with Paula. And then I had an email to say, I've been accepted as a finalist.
2018 winner explains the level of dedication needed to be crowned with the coveted title.
And then it was just the build-up then. So probably since about last September it really kicked in when we had the Beauty with a Purpose fundraiser where we did a 3-mile wedge walk.
Oh wow, what was
that? We walked around Cardiff Bay in our wedges. So we managed to raise a bit of money for Beauty with a Purpose, the Miss World charity. So that was when it really started.
What's next now for you?
Miss World in December. I'm going to China, Sanya in China, in November, and then the final is on the 8th of December. So
wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, just preparing myself for that now, so that should be good.
The 21st of April is when independent record shops across the UK come together to promote vinyl music. Special vinyl releases were made exclusively for the event, and cities hosted artists' live performances. Newport's event, organised by Diverse Music, was held in multiple venues, including the Newport Market. Carlton James reports.
From David Bowie to Iron Maiden to T-Rex, there is a massive genre of different vinyl records on offer here today in the Rockway Records event up in the Newport Market. And all the money will be going to an autism school for charity. And what do you have to do with this, Simon? What's your role?
Well, I organise this. Rockway Records used to be a shop in Newport, but we started off literally just over there 40 years ago. Had the shop in here for 30 years, and latterly, when we had the shop, I started developing record fairs as well. And then, bizarrely enough, the tail started wagging the dog. So now, I just do record fairs, but my shop is still open downstairs, but it's now called Criminal Records, run by somebody else.
The annual event is held in cities and towns and gives vinyl enthusiasts opportunity to pick up some rare tracks.
So why are you here today?
I've been collecting records for years. I'm after the record store day stuff, but to be honest, I've been waiting for ages to come to this fair because I keep missing it, and now I can actually get you. It's pretty exciting.
Anything particular you're looking forward to today?
David Bowie.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Bowie?
I've loved him for years and years. You know, Manic Street Preachers.
Yeah.
Big on them. Bit of T-Rex.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's always been a niche market for vinyl. People have always had their vinyl collections and always kept them, especially the collectible end of the market. But now it's gone more mainstream as well. New releases are coming out, new stuff is being put onto vinyl. It's growing, it's getting very popular.
The event helps local charities as well as store holders and businesses.
Yeah, the store's doing fine and great, paying all the bills, paying the mortgage, everything's great. And today we got an extra stall there, doing stuff for, all that goes to charity, the local autistic unit up here. Cambrian Daru, and we got the record fair upstairs today because it's part of Record Stall Day, and that's full up there as well. So yeah, it's nice to see lots of people in here. The market looking pretty full and lots of new faces, which is always good.
That's the main thing, isn't it? We're upstairs today in Newport Market here for the big event, and we are here with Georgie, who works for the Rise Propaganda Group.
Hi.
And what are you guys about?
It's an anonymous artist based in Newport, and we're all about like spreading love and breaking hate. Today we're selling records, and we've got a list here of who's on the records. We're selling t-shirts, we're selling beanies, we've got stickers, we've got prints as you can see here, and it's all labelled all across the front. There's all our price lists, and we do a little bundle for you there as well today.
The main organisers are Diverse Music, located in Charles Street in the city centre.
Basically, Record Store Day is a day where independent record shops across the land join hands, sell exclusive vinyl, have people queue outside their shop since 4 o'clock this morning. I was in bed for another 3 hours after that. Buy loads of records, enjoy the music.
After they finish at 4 o'clock, we in the gallery space team are going to have 7 bands, 7 live music acts from about 5:30 until 11. So hopefully once people have been and seen the records, find something they like, they can hang around and have a few drinks, listen to some really good Newport bands, as well as we're also releasing our own record with local artist Rise Propaganda.
In the evening, local acts and musicians took to the stage upstairs in the market.
And we're here with Jack Perrott.
Yeah, hello.
How are you doing, Jack?
Very good, yeah. Just about to go on stage, so looking forward to it, yeah.
Yeah. So what can people expect from your music, Jack?
Upbeat, rock and roll, indie music, yeah. Football fan vibe, yeah. So
Sort of like Oasis sort of
yeah,
thing?
yeah. Oasis, Cortinas, Libertines, that sort of thing. Arctic Monkeys.
charities operating throughout the UK and the world find it hard in 2018 due to all the negative press. Newport-based charity Dreams and Wishes shows how their charity delivers dreams and wishes to ill children. Carlton James reports.
Best-selling author Wendy Hobbs is extremely proud of her Newport-based charity Dreams and Wishes, which recently this year walked away with the Newport Life Award. We now go to speak to Wendy about the future of Dreams and Wishes in Newport. So Wendy, can you tell us a little bit about the charity?
Yes, certainly. Well, the charity was founded by Mr. Tony Curtis MBE, who's also the chairman of the charity. And it's a very unique charity because 100% of what we raise goes to seriously ill children and their families with no deductions whatsoever to anyone, and we're 100% volunteers.
Wendy explains the amount of work that goes into the charity, meeting up with specialists to provide dreams and wishes for young children.
The charity do so much. I mean, they meet with medical specialists at the hospital to discuss wish requests with parents and play specialists and nurses. And if the child would like a holiday or an iPad or whatever it is that the child's wish or dream is, the volunteers are 100% committed to making it happen.
The charity's exhausting workload has seen them sweeping the board at local awards, including the prestigious Cardiff Life.
So Wendy, tell us a little bit more about the awards.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted to say that Dreams and Wishes has swept the board this year. They've won the Cardiff Life Award for Best Charity, and that was presented by Nigel Owens at the City Hall in Cardiff. And then I had a call to say we'd been nominated for the regional awards, and we've won that as well. So we've won the 2 awards this year. We're absolutely thrilled. And at the regional awards, the sponsor has given us a cheque for £1,000 for the children, which is fabulous. Yes, so we're absolutely delighted.
So we asked you at the beginning of the show what these 2 locations in Newport have in common.
The answer, they were both opened in 1906. In 1900, Newport was a very busy port, much of it centred up the river where the transporter bridge now stands. Industry was expanding on the east side of the river, which, for the population, largely based on the west side, meant a 4-mile walk to cross the river by the town bridge to get to work. The bridge cost was £98,000 to complete and was opened on the 12th of September by Lord Tredegar of Tredegar House. The hospital opened in 1906 as the Newport Borough Asylum and was built to accommodate up to 350 patients. Extensive outbuildings were later added on the site, but since 2005 the number of residents has been very small, with a growing emphasis on care in the community.
Following in the footsteps of Bradley Wiggins, Geraint Thomas and Nicole Cook, hundreds of people today will be participating in one of Wales's largest cycling charity event, the Tour de Gwent. Spanning over an impressive 6 circular routes, there's something for everyone here today. From the big wheels to even training wheels, the Tour de Gwent welcomes all cycling abilities. Lovely. What's your name?
Franca Negro.
Franca Negro, lovely to meet you. Fantastic.
You.
And what's today in aid of, Franca?
Today is in aid of St David's Hospice Care. St David's Hospice Care has been providing free hospice services for nearly 40 years, and we cover the whole of Gwent.
It's a jam-packed full day and fun for all the family. For the more die-hard cyclist, or for someone looking for more of a leisurely ride, it will not disappoint. And how many people are participating today in this event?
We've had about 100 register on the day, which is fantastic. That's taken us well over 700 cyclists out on the road, all sporting the Whiteheads Tour de Gwent jersey, and which is a great advert for the ride while they're out there across those 90-odd miles, spreading our name far and wide. It's brilliant.
Fantastic. Doing something good has never been such a rewarding opportunity than today at the Tour de Gwent event. And all the money raised will be going to help those in need and those who need it most. With nurses helping on hand from £10 to £50, right up to £150 for overnight help and care for those who need it most for the charity.
Muslim youth group, we take children from Muslim boys from a young age and take them through educational programs, keep them engaged in community activities, volunteer activities. Everything's voluntary, and just teach them to give something back to the community. We do a lot of charity work throughout South Wales and the southwest of the UK, but our organisation is throughout the UK.
I suppose. No, I was expecting, I don't know, a pint and some to eat. Maybe.
What's your name, pal?
Ewan.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And how was the route for you, buddy?
Yeah, it was good. Didn't rain, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
The climbs were kind of easy. 4 and a bit hours.
Wow. And how long was the expected route meant to be?
Well, I was hoping to do it less than 4 hours, but...
In this next year or coming months or anything else?
Obviously with the disappointment of our Newport Half Marathon, which is another major event that we put on each year due to snow, both times. We'll never complain about the weather again. We have quite a few events through the rest of the year, such as 5k colour dashes. We have our first major music festival taking place in Newport in Tredegar Park on the 18th of August, attracting all the local musicians and also some quite nice big headliners in there as well. And then we've got abseils and swimathons, you name it. We try and make sure there's something for everybody in the calendar.